Hi everyone, I hope you all are great. Today we'll have reflexive pronoun. First, you have to log in using the aplusden.com. Click on your name, move on to language at the grade 5. Chapter reflexive pronoun. Lesson is choose between personal reflexive pronoun, use reflexive pronouns. Alright, so I'll take you through logging in. After clicking on aplusden.com, you move over here and you click on your name. Go to English, which is also language arts. Scroll down to grade 5 and you move over here to select reflexive pronoun. Alright, so we'll start with the first one. Alright, so we'll start now. Reflexive pronouns are pronouns that end in self or selves. Okay? So they either end with self or selves. We have subject singular and then we have reflexive pronoun. So for I, it has what? Myself. So basically the singulars end with what? Self. Okay. Then we have you, yourself. Okay. She, herself. Then we have he, himself. Then it, itself. Okay, so here we have I as myself, you yourself, she herself, he himself, and it itself. Okay, these are the singulars, and they usually are the ones that end with self. Okay, then we have we ourselves. Okay, you yourself, then they themselves. Okay, so now the plurals they end with selves. Okay, and the singular ones they end with what? Self, and plural selves. So this is the way you can differentiate them. Okay, all right, so moving on. A reflexive pronoun is used to refer back to the subject of the sentence or clause in which it appears. It should agree with that subject. So the reflexive pronoun should agree with the subject. They need to align. That's why we have it itself. We cannot say it itself or it ourselves. No, that's going to be wrong. Okay? Okay, so we helped ourselves to some more soup. Okay, so we and ourselves goes together. You can see it over here. After the guest left, Amy made herself a cup of tea. Now, Amy is what's representing a female, right? So you can call Amy she, and that's why we have what herself. Okay, because she herself. All right. Then, a reflexive pronoun can only be used to refer to the subject of the sentence or clause in which it appears. So reflexive pronoun can only be used to refer to the subject of the sentence or clause in which it appears. Okay. So to refer to someone else or something else, a personal pronoun like me, you, him, her, it, also them should be used instead. Okay. So Jake wrote a note for himself. The reflexive pronoun himself refers back to the subject Jake. And then Jake wrote a note for him. Now the personal pronoun him must refer to someone other than the subject Jake. Okay. All right. So let's move over here and see the questions. The guests help dash the refreshments from the trays on the kitchen counter. So the best pronoun to complete the sentence, we have what themselves. Okay. So they helped themselves. Then here we have they promised dash a trip to Alaska by the end of next year. So we have here themselves. Okay. So let's go to the test, okay? And you can share your answers with me if you know them, okay? So select the best pronoun to complete the sentence. She bought Dash and Isel a few canvases and a new set of paint, herself or themselves. Okay, so we have herself. Then, after 3 hours, the program Porchlight turned Dash off for the night, myself or itself. itself. Okay. She can help Dash make the vegetable Bailey soup. First to second. So we have what? You? Okay. There are many people teach Dash to play guitar by watching videos online themselves or them. Okay, so we have what? Themselves, okay? So you have to take note of that. Then the photographers want to show that some beautiful pictures of the thunderer at twilight, him or himself. So we have what? Him. Okay. Then next off we have, could you please show Dash how to play checkers tomorrow morning? Myself or me? Alright, so we have me. Then the promise dash a trip to Alaska by the end of next year, themselves or yourself. All right, so we have themselves. Okay, that's it for this lesson. We'll move on to the next one. Tell me, do you have any question before we continue? All right, so we have used reflexive pronouns, and we know that reflexive pronouns end with self and self. So for the singular, they end with self, and plural, they end with what? Selves. Okay, then Then a reflexive pronoun is used to refer back to the subject of the sentence or clause in which it appears, and they should agree. Okay, so just like we helped ourselves to some more soup. Okay, and then a reflexive pronoun can only be used to refer to the subject of the sentence or clause in which it appears. So to refer to someone else or something else, you have to use personal pronouns like me, you, him, her, it, us, or them. Okay, if you want to refer to somebody else. Okay, so let's look at the example. We visit the Golden Gate Railroad Museum each year. Dash, I always treat to something from the gift shop. So we have a treat myself because it's I. Okay. Then if you're having a hard time getting to sleep, a cup of tea can help. So getting what? Yourself, because if you, okay. Alright, so let's go to the test and can share your answers, okay? To complete the sentence with the pronoun that refers back to the subject, you always give Dash a hard time, but we all think you are the hardest working person we know. Ourselves, you, or yourself. Okay, so yourself. Then, if you're having a hard time getting to sleep, a cup of tea can help. First to second, or even the third. All right, so we have yourself. Okay. Then, the lifelike dinosaur models were so popular that the exhibition ended up paying for ourselves, itself, or it. Okay, so we have it. Then, the dinner party was great fun, but Bob stayed not enough and had to excuse Bob, he or himself. Okay, so we have himself. Okay. Then we visit the Golden Gate Railroad Museum each year, and I always treat to something from the gift shop. I, myself, or ourselves. All right, so we have what? Myself. Okay. All right. I think you notice the time that I usually end, right? Okay. Then the runner tried to pace Dash during the race, but exhaustion soon overcame him. Himself or he? All right, so we have what? Him? Himself, okay? All right, that's it for our lesson today on the reflexive pronoun. Can you tell me if you have any question? All right, since we have no questions, we'll end here. Complete this lesson if you haven't. See you next time. Bye.